Good morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Thursday, March 10th. Looking at precipitation the past 7 days, things have been getting wetter. We've had a slight pattern change in these green shaded areas, a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of precipitation across the higher terrain of north central, northeastern Nevada into much of northern Utah, up into western Wyoming. Still relatively dry across a good portion of Idaho and also the southern third of the Great Basin. You can see the above normal areas in some of our places that did receive that ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch, but still sandwiched across with drier than normal conditions over the past week across much of Idaho and also the southern third of Nevada going into the Arizona Strip in southern Utah. Now, this storm did bring some snow, some significant snow in the Gold, 6 to 12 inches, some locally higher pockets across the higher terrain of the Rubies and especially across the Wasatch, up into the mountains of southeast Idaho and into parts of the Tetons. Snow cover you can still see fairly expansive, especially across the higher terrain of Idaho and western Wyoming, where we do have anywhere from 30 to 50 or 60 inches. Same for the Uintas and some of the higher terrain of the Wasatch and the higher terrain of the Sierra Front, lesser amounts elsewhere. And in case you're wondering of what our snowpack is, we're still about 25 to 30% below normal in terms of snowpack. So that's the one thing I was trying to say. Overall, our fuels, 100-hour fuels, have moistened up across the northern half or 2/3 of Utah, up northwards with that storm system, but still very dry, single-digit 100-hour fuels across the southern third of Nevada into parts of adjacent Arizona Strip regions because of the dry, prolonged weather. Now, on the satellite imagery, we do have trough low pressure centered over us. Most of the moisture now shifting across southeast Utah into Colorado. Another wave pushing down from Montana and northern Idaho southwards. This could clip eastern Idaho and western Wyoming later today into tonight. Otherwise, we see high pressure building in further to the west. So here's the upper level map for later this Thursday afternoon. You can see the moisture on the left still lingering across southeast Utah, but otherwise we're drying out. Some moisture on the light side pushing into eastern Idaho, northern Idaho, I should say, and into parts of Wyoming. Good to excellent overall dispersion areas in the white. A lot of that will be the winds. We're going to have some strong winds, and this could be a concern coming down into southern Nevada, where those fuels are quite dry. Same thing into the St. George region of far southwest Utah into parts of the western Arizona Strip. Excellent overall mixing heights there. High pressure building in. We do have some clouds and moisture across parts of western Idaho. Overall on the right, our dispersion takes a little bit more of a downturn, not overly bad, but high pressure building in, winds diminishing. You see those winds much lighter across a good portion of the region where you have the areas of the purple and bluish shades. Mixing heights still good, a few thousand feet higher. And looking further down the road as we go into Saturday, kind of a zonal weak high pressure overhead. Dispersion starts going down a little bit. There is a trough of low pressure approaching the Pacific Northwest coast. Overall, that's where the winds will start picking up, just outside of our area across eastern Oregon, and mixing heights on the right-hand side. Precipitation over the next 3 days. This stuff over southern Utah and the Arizona Strip will be in the next 12 hours. As will some of this moisture across the higher terrain of Idaho into parts of Wyoming. Further down the road on Sunday, there is a weak to moderate storm system pushing on through. We see the areas in the green could be a few more inches of snow in the higher terrain, some sprinkles or light showers in the valley floor, but that'll keep fuels on the moist side, but again, missing the southern third, southern half of Nevada. Excellent overall dispersion, all areas in the white. Maybe too much of a good thing. Some winds will be picking up. On Monday, that storm system pulls away. There's another one into northern California and the Pacific Northwest. Some of this moisture may get wrung out before it reaches us. You can see here it thins out by Tuesday, maybe some light showers of rain or snow into parts of Nevada and northern Utah by Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we have brief high pressure in between, another trough low pressure approaching the Pacific Northwest. Precipitation accumulation days 4 and 5 with that system, again, fairly light, except some moderate amounts of a ½ inch or more where you see the blue across the higher terrain of central Idaho. There could be 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. Also some light precip across the northern half of Nevada as well. Now the 8 to 14-day outlook, this takes us from March 17th to the 23rd. Kind of a mix, warmer than normal across the western Great Basin, near normal or slightly cooler in areas further north and east, but an overall drier than normal signal for most areas except the central mountains of Idaho. So the dryness returns for a good portion of southern and central areas of the Great Basin. This concludes our smoke briefing. Our next one will be coming up this Monday. Have a great day and have a great weekend.